Oh, I didn't see you there. But come to think of it, I don't have time to stop and smell the roses because the race is about to start. So I have one question for you. Are your engines running? Because it's time to Thready, Set, Thrift. Because this is my first video, I think introductions are in order. Hi, I'm Kaylee. I am 25 years old and I live in Seattle, Washington currently. I love everything thrifting, fashion, and home decor. If you can't see behind me, clearly I like to make an impact. I consider myself a true creative and love creative challenges both in the workplace and in real life. This usually manifests in a lot of crafts. I like to upcycle furniture, I like to DIY clothing, I like to sew, I like to paint, I like to draw, I do some freelance work in design, so I'm a little all over the place with my interests, but at the heart of it is being creative and expressing myself through the arts. The content of this channel should hopefully reflect that. On this channel you'll find sewing tutorials, fashion styling, thrift hauls, easy interior design hacks, design DIYs, basically anything that falls into my creative wheelhouse. And I am always open for new challenges, so if there's something in particular you'd like to see me try, please leave me a comment and I'll see what I can do. This channel is a long time coming. I've been talking about starting a YouTube channel for as long as I can remember. Just kidding, I can remember. It's been at least a year, and finally I've done it. It only took 4 months of quarantine, but here we are. Better late than never, and with the way things are looking, we've got plenty of time to hang out here and have a good time. Or at least that's my intention. If you can't tell by the name of the channel, thrifting is really important to me. I would say in a lot of ways it's more than just a hobby, it's kind of a coping mechanism. Shopping in general is what brings me joy, and I figure with thrifting, I can do the most amount of damage with the least amount of money. Instead of paying $20 for a t-shirt, I can pay $4. So where's the harm? You still get that rush of endorphins, but it doesn't cost so much. Before we get started, I do want to make a note, and this is a very important note. While many states have opened up some of their shopping restrictions and thrift stores are open for in-person shopping, it is so important to still keep your health and the health of others in mind. This means practicing social distancing, wearing a mask, gloves if you can, and staying 6 feet apart from anyone else in the store. Personally, I try to go at times when there's not a lot of people, so during the weekday in the mornings, I recognize that my schedule is fairly flexible, so do what makes the most sense for you as long as you're being safe about it. So, for much of the last 4 months, I have been unable to go thrifting in person, but that hasn't stopped me from thrifting entirely. I gave myself a challenge at the beginning of the year to shop almost exclusively secondhand. This has been a little bit difficult because of store closures. However, with stores like Thready and The Real, it still helped me avoid the whole fast fashion industry. It gets a little challenging for me, and I'm sure many can relate to this, falling in between straight sizes and plus sizes. There's not as much selection in-person thrift stores. I have found with thrifting online, however, it's really easy to sort through the different sizes and filters and all of those sort of things to find exactly what you're looking for. Today's haul is not going to include any online thrifted items. I'm going to be focusing on what I've thrifted over the last couple of weeks since restrictions in Seattle have opened. But if you're interested, I am more than happy to do an online thrifting haul in the future. I'm a little nervous to see everything that I've accumulated over the last couple of months because I've been shopping my little heart out, and I'm sure my bank account won't be looking forward to seeing it either, but I think it would be really interesting to go back and see just what I got. Like I mentioned before, falling in between the straight and plus sizes does make it difficult for thrifting in general, even though online thrifting provides some better options. So I have had to turn to some fast fashion stores for basic necessities that I can't find elsewhere. I do want to make a note though that shopping at fast fashion stores doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you need to be more conscious about the environmental impact and the human rights aspect as well. I can leave some links in the description below about the fast fashion industry practices and why you should avoid them. I'm by no means judging anyone for doing so because it's hard to find trendy items secondhand sometimes. That's why if you have a little bit more of a vintage style, it's quite a bit easier. But I think it's important to be aware of where we're sourcing our clothes from. This video is going to be a haul of everything that I've binge thrifted over the last few weeks, and if binge thrifted isn't a term yet, consider it copyrighted right here, right now. I think that's how copyrights work, but don't tell me if I'm wrong. I will be trying on these clothes unstyled and with just a simple vintage t-shirt and a black skirt as an accompaniment. So in the future, I'd love to do a styling video of how I would actually wear these items in real life. I have quite a few to get through, so it may be a challenge to style every single one for a video, but leave me a comment down below if there are any items in particular you'd like to see styled. Without further ado, let's get into it. So at first we have my outfit of the day, including a thrifted headband, earrings, sunglasses, these great linen pants, and this amazing straw bag. So here's an assortment of the accessories that I got, including that straw bag as well as two others, one of which is a beaded handbag that I plan on taking to a wedding. I got these velvet platform heels for $6 at Plato's Closet, and then the other two shoes are from online thrifting. The tropical print are from Thready, and the black and white are from The Real Real. Up first, we have a ripped skirt that was originally from Fashion Nova, I believe, or a similar site. It's pretty torn up, and I have to be careful what underwear I wear with it because it's all the way up to the top, but I think it's kind of a cute look for going out. Next, we have a pair of linen overalls. I don't totally love the way these fit. They're a little tighter than I had hoped, but they have a neat tie detail on them, and I think I might be able to turn the bottom part into a skirt by cutting the seams up. So stay tuned for that possible DIY. Moving into tops, I have this printed tank top that was originally from Target. I don't normally wear tank tops because I'm not a huge fan of my arms, but I thought the print was really fun and it would be great for layering this summer. I think I prefer the way it looks tucked in, but either way, it's a nice addition to my wardrobe. This leopard print top is a pajama top, I think, and by I think I mean I know, but when you tie it up at the front, it looks just like a regular shirt. I wore this to Home Depot last week actually, so I have zero qualms about wearing it out in public. It's just a great print. This next top is also an animal print top. I think it might be giraffe or maybe cow, I don't know. It's kind of a funky shirt, but the lady at the store told me I should buy it, and I'm a sucker for peer pressure. I think it actually looks really cute with this outfit, so that might be how I style it from here on out. I probably have 6 nearly identical tops in my wardrobe, but this style of shirt is one that I get a lot of wear out of, so I don't mind adding to the collection. This particular one has a neat V detail on the front that kind of sets it apart a little bit and will be a great addition to my wardrobe. Next we have a men's button-down that, when untucked, is almost long enough to be a dress on me. I've always been jealous of girls who can get away with it, but I'm just a little too tall. I think I'm going to crop this one because I really like the pattern but want it to be wearable for my life. This sweater is one of my favorite finds. I had actually seen it before quarantine started, so crazy enough, it was still there. It's a little bit more than I normally like to pay, but I love the asymmetric detail. It's such an interesting approach to a sweater, and I know I'm going to wear this all the time. This is a Guns N' Roses sweatshirt that was originally from the men's section at H&M. I've already cropped it a bit and cut around the neck, and I think this will be a great piece for me in the fall. I've worn it on a couple mornings when I go for walks because it's not too cold, but I need a little bit of a layer. Our first piece of outerwear is this gray marled blazer. I am really looking forward to wearing this in the fall and winter because I think it'll pair great with some leggings and boots and a scarf. It's a little oversized, so I think that'll be nice and cozy, and the print just makes it stand out and is a nice vintage touch. I actually only paid $1 for this sweater because of a deal they had going on at St. Vincent de Paul. It's a really nice, warm material and originally from Target, I think. I am not a Hufflepuff, but it would be great if I was, but I'm still going to get a lot of use out of it in the fall. I really love this draped coat. I think I remember that it was pretty popular amongst the Kardashians a couple years ago, but I'm always late to a trend. It's a really light piece, so I could wear it during spring and summer if I just need an extra layer, but it's a good one to dress up and down as well. This checkered robe is definitely a pajama robe, but I think I'll wear it out in kind of a kimono style. It's kind of got a nice sheen to it, so almost a satin, and I think it'll look good with a black tank top and leggings. This floral robe is also definitely pajamas, but again, I will wear it out as is a trend that we've seen. I do not care. I love the colors in this. It definitely jazzes up my usual black wardrobe, and it's a nice lightweight for summer. So the trend has already been established that I will wear pajamas as real clothes, and this dress is definitely a nightgown. It's a little torn up, so I will have to fix that, and by the time this comes out, I have already fixed it, but it's a good staple to wear under things like the two robes I just showed you. I just realized how many more pajamas I have coming, but I really love this house dress. I think I might try dyeing it because it's a little bright for me, but the shape is just really fun with the tie and then the flare at the bottom. I've dyed a couple of polyester items, so I feel pretty confident with this. I promise this is the last of the nightwear, and this is one that I would not wear outside of the house. I collect vintage nightgowns, and so this is the perfect addition to my wardrobe. It's a little on the small and sheer side, but I don't really care because it's just such a beautiful piece, and I love that it's a robe and a dress. I don't normally wear white, but I really like the shape and details on this dress. It's got a drawstring waist so you can cinch it as tight as you want, but I also kind of like the loose boxy fit as well. I think I might try dyeing this so that I'll get more wear out of it, and also because it's a little bit sheer, so I'm curious to see how that'll turn out. This is another favorite and is a dress that absolutely feels like me. It's kind of a baby doll waistline and then some flared sleeves, but I know I'm going to get a ton of use out of this both in the summer and in the fall as well. Either pairing it with boots or sandals or anything, it's a really versatile piece. I think this polka dot dress is so flattering. It's not a print that I would normally pick out, and it's a little tighter than my usual style, but the ruffle detailing on the chest and the shape of the sleeves are really beautiful. It's definitely something I'm going to get a lot of wear out of. I know I said I wasn't going to include any online shopping pieces, but I had to include this beautiful dress. I think I'm going to wear it to a wedding, but it is so flattering and beautiful, and I just can't say enough good things about it. It was a great thread-up find. Last but certainly not least, the pièce de résistance and my favorite item from this haul is this gorgeous vintage beaded Art Deco gown. I actually got this at a vintage store, and I can't wait to find an excuse to wear it, though I might just wear it to the grocery store. What a journey we've been on. There were a lot of clothes to try on here. I think we know which one was my favorite. In fact, I said it was my favorite, but I'd love to hear which ones you liked. Leave it down in the comments and I'll be sure to add them to my styling list. So that is it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed everything. I tried everything on a few days ago and I thought a beret would be a cute look, but obviously I think it made things look a little weird, so hopefully you could see past that. I'm very into headwear as of late, if you can't tell by my little turban thing, but hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. It was a lot of hard, sweaty work to put on 20 plus outfits, but I had a great time and it was fun reflecting on all of the things that I got. I like to keep new items separate from my wardrobe to make sure that I actually wear them. So it was a good reminder of the things that I do need to actually wear. Please stay tuned for that styling video because obviously after trying everything on, I kept thinking about the different ways that I would style them and all the cool outfits I could come up with. I find my style is constantly changing. I'm in much more of a retro feel these days. Some days I look like I'm straight out of 1960, and then on days like this, I think I have a very 80s vibe. These earrings and this turban in particular are probably part of that. So if you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing, leaving a comment, or even pressing the like button. This was a lot of fun for me, and I'm not really expecting a whole lot to come from this channel, but I would like to share my interests with people who have similar interests. So until the next one, bye for now. You look cute. You sound great. 4th time's the fucking charm. We're doing this. It's probably all the caffeine I had today, but I'm gonna roll with it.